Somebody had to do it, right? Ah, who cares? It's time to play some stuff! Unless they're a Mac user, I'd say that just about everyone who's done anything with a computer in the last 10 years has probably seen this game by now. This is Windows 3D Pinball, more formally known as Microsoft 3D Pinball for Windows - Space Cadet. This game is basically the solitaire of the new millennium. It's the pack-in game that came with various versions of Windows from the early 2000s, such as Windows Millennium Edition, Windows 2000, and Windows XP. This game also had an indirect role as a competency check for a company's IT administrators. If a new workstation was set up and this game wasn't deleted off of it, your IT administrators were incompetent. Presentation-wise, this game is a total cheeseball. I mean, just look at it. First of which, the name of the game is a little bit deceptive. It says 3D Pinball, but as you can see, it's clearly done with sprites. So it's not really 3D, but what are you gonna do? It's a pack-in game, take it or leave it. The background music consists entirely of what I think is just a single MIDI file. If there's any others in this game, I have yet to find them. I'm deliberately playing said MIDI file using the Microsoft synthesizer included with Windows. I have better sound fonts that could make that MIDI sound really sweet, but I'm deliberately not using them to preserve what it would have sounded like on the original systems running that Microsoft GS Wavetable synth or whatever it was called. The sound effects give me the impression that whoever put this game together for Microsoft just either raided a free sound effects website or a free sound effects collection on CD-ROM or something and took all the 8 kilohertz wave sounds off and made a game out of it. That's what it sounds like. Some of these sounds I actually recognize from other programs I've used over the years. Like, for example, I think there's something where if you shoot the ball up on the ramp or something like that, it makes this noise, and I recognize it from WSFTP, the FTP client that I had to use when I was in college. As far as everything else goes, what can I say? I mean, it's pinball. You shoot the ball with a little plunger thingy and then keep it in play with the flippers and try not to have it, fall down. It's got many basic pinball elements, including a tilt control, which I tend not to use. And of course, you can make it go tilt, and the thing shuts off until your ball goes off the screen. There's some kind of story, I think. If you knock the ball into certain areas at certain times, you can fuel your ship and fly to other planets and stuff. But it's pinball, for Pete's sake. The biggest thing that matters is getting a high score by the time you run out of balls. One of the things I really like about this game that really lines it up well with a real pinball experience is being able to see the entire pinball board at once. One of the problems I run into with other pinball video games is that they pan a camera around a pinball machine. And while it's cool, we got this cinematic camera and stuff, if you play a real pinball machine, you can zip around, you can look around at any part of the board you want at any time. And so some of these other games with the panning cameras and stuff, it really kind of limits the experience, especially if you manage to unlock multi-ball mode. I think this game does have a multi-ball mode, but I've only seen it once in all the time I've been playing this game or something like that. It's extremely rare. So this game is also very unique to me because it's the last game I was ever able to get my dad to play on a regular basis. My dad grew up with pinball and pinball machines and stuff like that, and he's somewhat into gaming, but everything past the 1970s he hasn't had much of an interest in. He'd challenge me to an Atari 2600 game, but everything after that, not so much. I did manage to get him hooked on Mario Kart when I was in high school, and then after I went off to college, he felt like an oddball because he's the only one in the family without email access. So he went out and got himself a cheap Dell running Windows ME, ha ha hee hee ha ha, and this game, of course, was included with Windows ME, and he kind of played it a bit from time to time, but I think this is the last game I've ever gotten him to play on a regular basis. He doesn't really share my interest in gaming all that much, and oh well, what are you going to do? And of course, if you get a high score, you can type in your name and all that other fun stuff, and it's stored on the computer. But what can I say? It's pinball. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay. Game on.